Welcome to RG.org. In this video, we're reviewing Bet99, a legal online sportsbook available in most Canadian provinces, including Ontario. This is a full walkthrough of the mobile experience, including betting features and more. Bet99 is licensed by the Alcohol and Gaming Commission of Ontario. The Ontario market is regulated and managed by iGaming Ontario. You must be 19 or older to play here. With that, let's start with how to access Bet99 Ontario on mobile. So here we are on the mobile web browser, and as you can see, it works just like a mobile app. There is a mobile app available on the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store, but this mobile web browser works just as well, in my opinion, so we can see it right here. When you do open up the app, you will be asked to provide your location. So even if you are using a VPN, if you allow the location, you'll be blocked. However, if you don't allow, you can still navigate around, but you won't be able to make any sort of wagers or create an account or anything like that. So as you can see, though, it's, like I said, works perfectly fine. You have the menu on the bottom and so on. So for these purposes, we'll be using this mobile web browser. With that, here's how the sign-up process works on mobile. So up in the upper right-hand corner, you have the Join button. Go ahead and click that. And as you can see here, there's a few steps there at the top. And what you're going to be asked to do during this process is provide a username, password, your email, your legal first name, provide your occupation, things such as your mobile phone number and your street address, and you will need to confirm these details before you can start playing at Bet99 Ontario. And as mentioned, you will also need to be 19 or older to play here. Now let's explore what sports and leagues you can bet on. So if you click this collapsible menu here in the upper left-hand corner, you'll see, the top leagues here, and you'll see also the full menu of sports as well. And, these, you have the top sports. You have the NHL, the NBA, the NFL, the MLB, soccer. There's also some more niche markets available too. You have floorball there. You have ski jumping, snooker, volleyball, water polo, and so on. There's also, the most prominent betting markets as well. Your point spreads, totals, money lines, parlays, futures, etc. So there's all sorts of things here to look forward to, including live betting, which we'll get to in just a moment. But before we do that, let's go over how to place a bet using your phone. So let's go ahead here and click the NFL. The NFL season's in full swing, so might as well check this one out. Let's just go ahead here and add the Vikings money line. I do think that they're gonna, or the point spread rather. I do think that they're gonna win and cover. So I'll go ahead here and click that. And as you can see, this menu pops up here, and all you'll do if you were logged in is you would type in how much you want to bet, and there would be a button there to confirm the wager. Then you just wait for whatever's going to happen, and then either win or lose. Additionally, you can change how the odds are formatted. If you go back to that collapsible menu and you scroll all the way down, you'll see it right there at the bottom, decimal, fractional, or American odds. Let's take a look at the live betting section here on mobile. So let's go ahead here at the top. You have right next to the home button there towards the collapsible menu in the upper left, you have the Live Now button. We'll go ahead here and click that. And as you can see here, you have a bunch of different, it'll show you the sports that are live right now, and you can filter between those. So let's go ahead here and click on, let's do basketball. Let's just go ahead here and click this. We'll open this up. And as you can see here, the interface looks just fine. You have the different markets that are available, but also right here you have this kind of like a live tracker. It's not exactly a one-to-one as, if you were watching the game, but there is this live tracker here where you'll see stats and you can see what's kind of happening in the game live. So this will help you, make some informed wagers, but of course we highly recommend that you actually watch the game. But in the event that you're unable to, this works as a pretty solid alternative. And in my experience, I haven't noticed any sort of lagging or buffering here, but of course you always want to make sure you watch out for that with live betting because, even one possession in a basketball game, for example, could make the difference between what you want to wager on. Now let's look at the deposit and withdrawal methods available on mobile. So when you log in, where it says Join Now and log in there in the upper right-hand corner, you will see a button where you can add funds, and you'll also go to your account page where you can withdraw. But here at the bottom, you can see some of the payment methods that are available. You have Interac, Visa, MasterCard, Instant Bank Transfer, Instant Debit, PayPal, and much better. You can also scroll up just a little bit here, go to the Help Center. And when this opens up, click on Payments. And here you'll learn more about what the deposit methods are, what the withdrawal methods are. You can also see more about withdrawal limits, how to make a withdrawal time. So let's go ahead here and click on withdrawal times. And as you can see here, it takes up to 72 hours for withdrawals to show as completed in the transaction section. So Definitely want to allow up to 72 hours, but in my experience, it's probably going to be more between 1 and 5 days in that range. So typically on the lower end, but just be aware of that when you are making a withdrawal. Now let's take a quick look at the responsible gambling option. So here at the bottom, you have right under company, you have responsible gambling. Go here and click that. And as you can see here, there's limits that you can put on your play. You can put on deposit limits, and it says here daily, weekly, or monthly. You have maximum deposits per transaction. And then you also have gaming and loss limits. You can take a timeout. You can self-exclude yourself. You can also add strong authentication here to kind of keep your account that much more safe. There's also resources here for problem gambling, problems and issues. And if you scroll down here, there's tips for betting sensibly, the warning signs for gambling, self-assessments, and then there's just a lot of different information here. I do like that you can set these limits right here on your account. Some other sportsbooks make it so where you have to email them directly and then they set it up for you, but here at Bet99 Ontario, you can do that all within your account section on your own. But if you need help, here's how to reach support on mobile. So back here at the bottom of whatever page you're on, it could be the home page, or here I'm just on the live betting page still from that section earlier. You have the help center and you have contact us. The help center, as we showed, is kind of like an FAQ section. You have a bunch of different articles here that you can check out for various different things, such as payments, your account, KYC verification, and so on. Alternatively, if you click on Contact Us, you'll see that there's an email there. There's 24/7 live support, and there's also social media platforms that you can reach out to too. But of course, you do have, like I said, just the standard email here or live chat as well. And what makes these so great is that, as you can see here, if you're just scanning through here real quick, it's 24/7 live chat and email support. So back here at the homepage, let's go over my final thoughts on what I think of Bet99 Ontario. So I honestly think this is a great platform. I think that there's a lot of different sports to bet on, a lot of different markets. I think that the customer support is awesome, where it's 24/7, including live chat. There's those responsible gambling features you can set right there in your account. And the live betting interface will provide that live game tracker, which I think is really cool, because especially if you want to bet on international markets, you may not always have access to those to watch. So that really provides a strong alternative for wanting to wager on those and not being limited by not being able to watch them. Like I said, it's not a one-to-one, but it's a solid option. But with that, for more brand reviews, visit rg.org for our full sportsbook coverage. Thank you so much, and take care.